Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's K Gibbs GP here and welcome to Formula Xbox Season 6. It's round 19 and we're here today in Mexico for the Mexican Grand Prix at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, and as you can see we are picking our tyre strategy and we go for the balanced approach. 3 sets of super soft, 2 sets of soft, 1 set of mediums, and it's the super soft tyre which we decide to qualify on today, as we see cutting towards the end of our qualifying lap now, our best lap in fact. We are a full 9/10 up heading into the stadium section on our previous best lap time, and heading now into the final corner where it is notoriously difficult to get the power on. As you can see, this rear end is just squirming around a little bit. We're 7.5 tenths up and we cross the line for a 1:19 flat, which puts us in P11, in between SRL Monster and Sam, which if you've seen my previous qualifying attempts this season, you'd know is roughly where we're at usually, just outside the top 10. So we did eventually drop down even further than that, in fact, though, to about P13 or 14, I think. But given that we're not actually on the initial graphic, you can tell just how bad that one went, as yes, P13 in fact. So a lot of work to do, but it is going to be a wet race as well. It's time to get your Wellingtons on, and wet tyres for that matter. As you can see, 36 laps. It's meant to dry up around about mid-race, so we're not surely going to be on the wet tyres for the duration of this one. Probably switching to inters and maybe even slicks by the end of it. But as you can see, we begin to prepare for this race now. We're on to 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights starting P12. Lights out and away we go, or away Sam doesn't go, as he's stalled on the line there, probably a lag start. I've got cars either side of me. I just dropped the rear end a little bit there and slam into the side of the Haas. That's taken Liam out. It's very easy to make a mistake in these conditions, and I've apologised profusely for that one afterwards. But as you can see, heading towards turn 1 now, I'm being super cautious on the brakes given what happened to me a few hundred yards before, and we've dropped all the way down to P14. Kevin Sam has mugged us into turn 1, and now on the power coming out of turn 3, we're side by side with Ferrari, heading up now towards turn 4. Sam seems to have the legs on us, so we're going to have to try and outbrake him into this corner here, and that is just what we do. We're nearly understeering him to the side of the Force India, just about avoid that one. And we also saw the Manor off to the left there as well of SRL Payne, so he's had a drama early on. Somehow we're up to P11 after all that, and we've got Sam on our inside now. We just about closed the door on him there, but we're still squirreling around on the exit there, so just about keeping it on the black stuff at the moment, he says, just as he goes wide. That was excellent timing there. Commentator's curse on that one. We nearly drop it through the S's as well, as we see Elusive Kevin Co disappearing up the road, as we are really struggling in these conditions at the moment. As we see, I'm struggling, but Joel is struggling even more. Canary's 10 in the barriers in his Red Bull, and he's obviously filling in for Drastic Devil this week. And yeah, so one Red Bull in the wall, another Red Bull, by the looks of things, is going to be following soon, the amount I've been squirreling around. We have now at least managed to catch up to the back of Elusive Kev's Force India, and it's a bit of a train ahead. Looks like we've got SRL Monster, Drastic Midget and Elusive Kev all ahead, and I've got a bit squirrely on the exit of the last corner, but Kev has had an even poorer run onto the pit straight, so we tuck into the slipstream. Jink to the inside now. It's a drag race towards the first corner. Who's going to be later on the brakes? Kev brakes earlier. I just about brake late enough. Are we going to keep it on the black stuff? Yes, we just get it stopped in time, but that's compromised our run through 2. We're going to have to block the line through 3 if we're going to stop that Force India from snapping back at us, and that is precisely what we do. So P9 sealed for now. We've got Drastic Midget just ahead of us. Can we close him down? We've set a purple sector time, and at the time I got very excited about that until I realised, of course, it is lap 2, so everybody is setting purple sector times. And as we cut a little bit later on now, and lap 3, as you can see, we haven't made up too much ground on Drastic Midget. We've got Vapid Coot in the Sauber behind us, who is closing us down. As we get on the brakes heading into the stadium section, I've braked far too late there. I've slammed into the wall. I've lost my left front end plate from my wing, and it's going to be, well, it's going to be very, very difficult now. That's going to cost us a lot of downforce, and in these wet conditions, that is going to be understeer central. As you can see through the last corner now, we are understeering well wide, and that has seriously compromised us. It's like we're driving a tugboat at the moment, which you'd imagine in these conditions would be beneficial, but I can assure you folks, it is most definitely not beneficial. So here comes Kalundo now in the other Force India. We managed to dispatch Kev a little bit earlier on, but here comes Kalundo now. He can't quite get us on the brakes into one, but I go sailing off at the apex, and he says thank you very much and takes P10 off me. SRL Payne then demotes me to 12th, but it looks like Sam in the Ferrari, who we did manage to pass earlier on, is going to come straight back past us now as we get a terrible run out of turn 3. And here comes the Ferrari with our damage as well. We're going to have to brake super early into 3, and it's not really a fight worth having. I'm considering at this point I'm going to have to box, but obviously that's going to cost me big time in the context of this race. It's going to be another set of wet tyres, and as we know already, the forecast suggests that it's going to be intermediates or even slick tyres by the end of this one. So that would really compromise us on strategy. So as you see now, we're really struggling with understeer. I've driven clean off the road there, and a massive snap of oversteer on the exit as well. So as we get on the brakes into the same corner again, I've overcooked it again. I'm heading straight to the scene of the accident. It's game over for me, and it's terminal damage yet again this season. It's happened several times before, and it's absolute disaster here in Mexico for me. So I'm out of the race. I'm skulking off back to the garage now, not happy with that. I ran out of talent within 4 laps, and it's disaster. It was at least quite an entertaining race to watch, and as you can see now, cut into lap 36 of 36, we got RBZ rounding the stadium section and making another big statement in the context of his championship fight against Luke. So he took the win today. I watched from the garage after binning it myself. As you can see, it did indeed dry out by the end of the race. So it was another very disappointing Saturday for me, I'm afraid, on that one. DNF. I was actually, I believe, one of the first DNFs, because Liam did manage to carry on, in fact, after our little incident right at the start of the race. It was RBZ who led home Luke in 2nd place and Casey in 3rd in the other Toro Rosso. But yeah, definitely disappointing for me on that one. But with 2 races left to go, it is really all about having fun at this point and just seeing what I can do points-wise. It's been a very difficult season in general, really. So I hope you've enjoyed what was a very short highlights reel this week, guys. Obviously, it'll be, I'm sure, a bit longer next time out in Brazil. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.